morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, welcome. I'm Ann Murphy with the Empowered Fundraiser, and I'm so happy you're here. Today, we're going to talk about how to get your foot in the door with donors by providing them with personalized, high-value content that they can't get anywhere else. So this is how you are going to become a go-to resource for them, because it is all about providing value. So it's really common for us to think that our marketing and communication colleagues take care of the outreach for us and that we can just draft on that messaging, but it's really not true anymore, right? We've looked to them because they're the writers and the designers and they have multi-year plans. They are awesome and we admire them, and that content that they're putting out is indeed pretty juicy. It's just that not very much of it is getting through, right? We're happy with 1 and 2 and 3% open rates and click-through rates, but you can't afford that in your portfolio. You need people to be opening up the messages that are being sent to them. So that's why we're going to look at it from a little bit of a different perspective. You're part fundraiser, part marketer, okay? I think this is the way that it's going to be moving forward. And here's why. I'll share 3 signals that we're seeing in the field, and then I will share 3 tips so that you can become your own marketing machine. First of all, we have been and we are still in an attention economy. Time is a non-renewable resource, and there's way more awareness of that than there ever has been before. And as a result, mass marketing messages are not necessarily getting through the way they used to. People aren't opening the emails, as an easy example, right? They're not consuming the generic content that's being sent out to them. So you can be pretty darn sure when you're reaching out to a donor that they don't actually know what's going on because they haven't read the stuff that's coming their way. It's sad, but it's true. All right. Number 2. We've all, including our donors, become very accustomed to totally personalized marketing, whether it's YouTube or Amazon or Facebook. We get content and sales messaging that's really specific to us and our interests. And we're just not quite there yet in the nonprofit sector. We're still sending mass marketing. We're not going to be ready to send that level of personalization for probably a couple of years. So really, the fundraiser is very special in being able to provide that kind of personalized content that our donors are not going to get through mass marketing, that they're not going to open anyway. Now, our business has always been a people business, but especially post-pandemic, that's even more so. It's not necessarily that everybody is still just ravenous to get together in person, but people do want to be seen for how unique they are. They want to know that people understand and appreciate the impact that they have on the world and indeed in your organization. It's so interesting because I hear donors low-key bragging all the time about having, so-and-so is my person. They want to have a name and a face and a person who they can reach out to. They have questions about their giving. They want to have that conduit more so than an algorithm. They want to interact with a human, okay? Oh, heads up, I talk about personalization at scale in my newsletter, Fundraising Now. If you're interested in more tips and tricks and resources like how we can do this kind of personalized marketing at scale with our entire portfolio, please subscribe. I have lots of tips, tricks, and resources, and this topic I have covered thoroughly, and I hope that you'll avail yourself of that. The link is in the description. All right, so how can you use these signals to your advantage? Number 1, become your own marketing machine by developing high-value content that you have as a go-to. You have a little content bank of things that you want to share with your donors, whether it's a cool highlight of a program or something about an event or something specific to the impact of philanthropy. You have all sorts of little snippets of content around you that you can grab from other resources. I'm not suggesting that you are going to write a newsletter, right? These are pre-existing pieces of content, and your job is just to curate them. So curating, 5, 8, 10 pieces of high value content at any one point in time is going to help you become your own marketing machine. So what I want you to do is go through your portfolio. You've got these, let's just say for the sake of argument, 10 pieces of high value content. You're going to go through your portfolio and you're going to match those pieces of content with people in your portfolio based on what you know of their interest or based on their giving. You're going to be able to connect who should get what piece of high value content. And whatever system you use, but let's just say it's an Excel spreadsheet, right? You're going to have a bunch of people, and these people are getting high value content number 1. Another bunch of people, content number 2. Another bunch of people, high value content number 3, right? So it's nice, neat, clean, and organized. When you sit down to send the messages, you know who is getting what. All right, so I want you to do that once or twice. And then you're going to be ready to take your system to another level, because we don't want this to be unwieldy. We want this to be easy and obvious. Every month when you sit down to do this, you want to know who you're contacting and what you're sharing with them, right? Because I do think you can get this down to about 3 hours a month if you're organized. And then maybe another hour to upload everything into your CRM. All right, so in addition to identifying those pieces of high value content that you're going to have in a content bank on Trello or Excel or Word or whatever your system is, you're going to go through your portfolio and you're going to identify who needs to be contacted once a month, who is a once a quarter person, and who is a every 6 months person. So you're going to have 3 buckets of people, and some are going to get that high value content every month. Some are going to get it just once a quarter, and some are going to get it twice a year. And if you want a spreadsheet that you can flow this information, flow your portfolio into, flow the content into, just send me an email and I can send you my template for that. My email is below in the description. All right, so we've now got the high value content in a content bank. We've got everybody identified as a 1 month, once a month, once a quarter, or once every 6 months. Next thing is I want you to include a call to action. The call to action is not a request for a gift. It might be an invitation to an event or a program or a tour. You might ask them to share the information with a friend, ask them if they'd like information on the impact of their giving. And by the way, I have a template for a really easy peasy impact report, like so easy, but like really juicy for the donors. Just email me if you want that template. Okay, my email is in the description below. You could invite them to visit with you as the call to action. Your goal is to get them to take action rather than passively consuming your content. All right, and here's your bonus tip. Use video. Take low stakes, low production value videos on your phone and send them to your donors. Maybe you're on site or at a program or somewhere that reminded you of them. Just tell them something cool, say hi, doesn't matter. Open rates are vastly improved when there's video content within. And of course, that helps so much with know, like, and trust factor. People like to have a face with a name. All right, so now you've done these things, you've gotten your kind of machine going, you've gotten organized, have your calls to action, and hopefully you're incorporating a little bit of video. So you've paved the way for yourself. You're not relying on your Marcom colleagues to send some magical messaging that's going to allow you to have your foot in the door before you have even done any outreach. All right, your donors and potentials now know who you are, not the mass marketing, but who you as a human in the world. People want to give to people. That's still the case. And now they know who you are. You've helped them know, like, and trust you. You've provided them with value, and they've given you their most precious resource, which is a little bit of time. All right, use these tips and let me know how it goes. And for more ideas on leveling up your fundraising skill set, I have a playlist on this channel so you can watch those videos back to back to back. So there's a thing called playlists, and within that, I've got a bunch of videos on up-leveling your skill set. So take a look at those. Also, if you're interested in my Excel template for organizing high-value content and cadences for your donors, just email me. And same thing with the impact report. If you want templates for those 2 things, just send me an email and I'll send those out to you. If this is helpful, please like and subscribe. That helps my content get out to other fundraisers who might find this really useful. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the little subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. I hope this is helpful. And thank you for being here. and keep being awesome, my frontline fundraisers.